following represents a step-by-step endoscopically assisted distal biceps repair. The authors have no relevant disclosures. The initial portals are made by creating a V in the volar forearm between the flexor carpi radialis and the brachioradialis. The distal working portal is made at the intersection of this V. The proximal viewing portal is made 2 finger breadths proximally. Careful nick and spread technique is used, and the proximal viewing portal is created by placing the blunt trocar onto the radial tuberosity using direct fluoroscopic visualization with the mini C-arm. This can be seen on the right. The small joint scope is then inserted and used to insufflate the proximal forearm with fluid. A shaver is brought through the distal working portal directly onto the radial tuberosity, and shaving is done directly on bone to create a space. On the left, from viewing from distal to proximal, the radial tuberosity is visualized going from pro to supination. With the surgeon standing in the patient's axilla, 2 anchors are then placed through the distal working portal. On the right, viewing from proximal to distal, the native long head as well as torn short head fibers are visualized as an aid to place the anchors into the native footprint of the distal biceps tendon using an online technique. At this time, the proximal portal is extended approximately 2 centimeters, and the biceps tendon is retrieved with a finger. This is whip stitched with 4 limbs total. 2 of the limbs are brought out through the distal portion of the tendon, and 2 are brought out 3.5 centimeters proximal to the end of the tendon to allow for 2 limbs of the long head and the short head. At this time, the limbs of the biceps tendon are then retrieved through the distal working portal. These are subsequently shuttled into the proximal and distal anchors respectively. 1 limb of the long head and 1 limb of the short head are passed through each suture button mechanism respectively and tied with 5 half hitches. On the right, half hitches are thrown in order to approximate the tendon down to bone. This approximation can also be confirmed by placing a finger in the proximal portal.